Besides the usual things like fashion, status, appearance, and hygiene, how can you set up your life to have women approaching you more often?
Women approaching you more often. Become a drug dealer, become a rock star or a football player. I think drug dealers would do pretty well. How to have women approaching you more often? I think, well, when you said the usual things, I think this one is pretty intuitive. What you can do to get women approaching you is, of course, set up a lifestyle. Be someone who's known, or do it like this. Something outside of the normal that you're referencing is, if you do go to parties or bars or restaurants frequently, and you're good at talking to everybody. So oftentimes people will hear about you before you've met them. So go around, talk to everyone, because everybody's got a story to tell. And if you become truly abundant in your own life, you will want to, you'll be so happy with yourself that you'll be curious about others. That's what it is to be abundant. You'll be so happy and content. You won't see your own life as a struggle. You'll be content with your daily challenge, realize that it's the same for everybody else, and you'll want to speak to everybody around you. What are you up to? What's been going on? That's interesting. Helps take my mind off my own journey for a couple of minutes. And then people will talk about you in a positive light. People will gossip about you positively. And then when their friends come to the party or the event or school or whatever it's going to be, they're gonna be, oh, that's Ice, or that's Alex. He knows everyone here. He's fun. He's popular. Everybody likes that person. So if you have a reputation before they meet you, there's that, and that's quite easy to do by generally being outgoing and giving everybody a chance and keeping up with everybody. It's a really cool thing. Otherwise, I think it's, if you get to this place in your personal development where when you're having fun, you're so relaxed and loose and being silly that you're really just living in the moment and laughing about life. People can see it on your face that you don't have any agenda. And if they approach you, it's only going to be fun and silly and lighthearted and unpredictable, as opposed to you hoping to achieve something. So if you're, wearing crazy sunglasses or having a crazy haircut or a feather boa like Mystery used to have, and you're just dancing around being silly, someone's going to say something to you like, I like what you're wearing, or who are you? What are you on? Not even referencing drugs, but just trying to start a conversation. And oftentimes people are too nervous to approach a confident person. They will just get into the proximity of a confident person, and then hope the conversation gets started by starting with eye contact or something like that. So we call that happy DJ face. So imagine you're just in the party, like, yeah, what's going on? And you, what's it like? That really lighthearted mood. We can't control anything socially, so we might as well completely give up socially and have fun where we are. Spread a good vibe, enjoy the event with everybody, and you're going to be more fun and more desirable to talk to than any other guy in the venue. That can help to elicit people to come and approach you. But guess what? It's not never going to work that way. Like, unless you are genuinely an Instagram star, rock star, drug dealer, club owner, or something like that, very, very rarely are people going to come and approach you. I'm a cold approach coach, not a warm approach coach. If you want people to approach you, then you want to just go and become high status or a drug dealer, which I don't recommend because it's illegal in all countries. Death penalty for some countries, so don't do that. But good mood, good reputation. They are some things that can work. Eye contact, that sort of stuff, that can help people to approach you. But otherwise, it's contextual status big time. And even then, if you have contextual status, it's like the Wolf of Wall Street. Like the Margot Robbie character didn't approach the Leonardo DiCaprio character. He still, normally it's the authority that needs to do the reaching out rather than the subordinates chasing the authority. So you need to still play the host and kind of bring people around so you can start the conversation. So I'm just saying, don't hope for people to approach you. It's an unlikely reality. There you
go. No, I like that, because I must have wasted like 1 or 2 years waiting for people to approach me. I would have I remember bringing crazy shades to nightclubs and doing all kinds of crazy shit to like subtly get attention, things I would wear as peacocking, basically. Um, it does work, but once every while, you can't rely on it.
Yeah.
What you can rely on is yourself doing things
Hmm.
and making those connections. But another comment I wanted to add on top of this: do you find that there's a perception that our countries, being Australian, or if you're Canadian, uh, are Canadians and Australians tending to be more social? Is that something you would agree with, or do you find that it's pretty much the same everywhere?
Canada, not necessarily. No, no, not Canada's in the big scheme of things the same as the United States or the UK. Australia is an unusual one because we have this anti-authoritarian kind of national psychology. So Australians are particularly outgoing, and we're brought up that way, and it kind of positively reinforces. So yeah, Australians are. Canadians maybe a little bit more than others. Maybe Italians are quite outgoing, but maybe not as like courteous. Maybe not as courteous with their outgoingness. I don't know, but Australians are, just because of this kind of like loud anti-authoritarian convict culture going back 200 years. But otherwise, maybe Australians and Italians are the only ones I could say that are particularly outgoing. But Australians do have a bit of British charm, so a bit of politeness, but a lot of loudness, and we identify with being a bit non-conformist, I guess. So there's a lot to learn from me as an Australian. But then there's a lot that I need to learn from my European and American and British uh, students on how to calibrate that and how to be polite based on context, based on the context that I'm in. So yeah, sorry.
Uh, yeah, the Italian one, I forgot about that. You're absolutely right. Oh my God, Italians are extremely crazy. Let's just leave it at that. Have
Passionate. They're passionate, aren't they?
passionate, yeah.
Yeah.
Had various best friends who were Italian, and it's um, the most the country with the most immigrants in London is Italy. London has
Oh,
a lot of
really?
Italians. Yeah.
Yeah, right, right. I think London is brilliant. So passionate Italians have found a happy place. There's a lot of opportunities for dating in London. I think it's brilliant, really brilliant.
Mhm.